Hello everybody, my name is Kenneth and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be checking out I think it's the second single from Woosung's new album 4444, which is called 44 Forget Forever. Full disclosure, I wanted to record this a long time ago, but I wasn't able to. I actually intended to react to it around the time that I actually received my Woosung album, and I was going to kind of go reaction and then be able to listen to the whole album kind of thing. However, that wasn't possible, so I haven't heard this yet, and I haven't heard the rest of the album yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. Before we get into the video, pause warning. This is a reaction video. This is not the original content. This is not a substitute for the original content. I will be pausing to give my thoughts, my analysis, my discussions about what we're seeing, what we're hearing. If that's not for you, that's totally okay. There are tons of reactors that I'm sure you can go and gel with and enjoy. But without any further ado, let's get into Woosung's 44 Forget Forever music video. Oh god, there's no sound. Okay, it's like a synth heartbeat.
It should be effortless.
Ooh.
A little of nothingness. It could be anything but this.
Okay, so already we're 28 seconds in. Before I started this video, I looked up 44, and it's about hard work. The meaning of the number is like hard work and stuff like that. And just hearing these opening lyrics, the idea of nothingness and kind of he was saying about a lack of effort. Sorry, just adjusting volume. And he was saying about it should be easy, effortless, and nothing. Like it should be so easy to do something, and so that immediately kind of contrast between kind of what the number means really hit me. So I just really wanted to kind of talk about that. I'm loving how, as well with these lyrics, visually we're also getting a very isolated, lonely image. The kind of the backdrop is kind of empty. You've kind of got like scaffolding or something in the background, but like it's all darkness, and it's almost like it's almost set up like a sort of stage where there's a single like overhead light kind of pouring down on Woosung. His outfit is interesting. I don't know if it's gonna have any meaning towards it, towards the song or anything. You know, it kind of looks kind of like armor, so maybe there's that kind of element. But yeah, I'm liking how it sounds so far. It's got kind of I called it a synth heartbeat. So it's obviously got the piano, but there's like a synth kind of like almost like a synth metronome kind of in the background.
It could be anything but this.
I like the smile, but then it kind of went into exhaustion.
It might be the last time that we ever meet like this. If heaven and hell were to collide.
Oh, I'm sorry, that harmony. The way that harmony just came in. Sorry, I have to listen to it again.
Ever meet like this. If heaven and hell were to collide, would you choose darkness over light?
Ooh, would you choose darkness over light? Oof. Did you, oh my god, did you leave enough of you, oh my, these lyrics were beautiful. I'm sorry, I need to go back.
If heaven and hell were to collide,
I love how it's filling out too.
darkness over light, Did you leave enough of you behind? 'Cause no one lives forever. Forever's just a word
Ooh.
that everybody says when they get hurt.
Forever is just a word that everybody says when they get hurt. That is a really breathtaking and thought-provoking lyric. And it's very true. Like, whenever you're suffering or struggling, it can often feel like whatever you're going through in that moment will last forever, and there's not going to be any end in sight. I'm really loving the tone of this song. And as I was saying, it kind of started to fill out, and like there was this ambient sound kind of added. I feel like so far, I feel like this song has been less of a song and more of a poem. It's so it's sort of it obviously it is a song, but the way it's written and even kind of the accompaniment, it's almost, you could almost kind of have it where Woosung would be kind of stood on the stage somewhere with kind of a poem sheet, manuscript or something, and reading it aloud. It kind of gives that vibes, especially visually, and as well with the kind of, again, with the line about forever is just a word when you're hurt, that everybody says when you're hurt. I think it was the lyric. Sorry. Again, when you link it to the kind of the visuals here, there's no way out. It literally looks like almost like a bubble, almost like a separation from everything else. I'm wondering so far, given the significance of the number 44, and as I said, kind of its relation to work ethic and strength and stuff like that, and putting, kind of pushing yourself forward. I'm wondering if this has something to do, and I could be entirely wrong, but something to do with maybe what he and his members of the Rose maybe had to give up, because there's a line about is there enough of you left behind, if you're kind of, so I was wondering if it was kind of all of what you've put into making the Rose work, making Woosung as a soloist work, all that that effort and stuff. I was wondering if maybe it linked to that, and maybe he was feeling maybe a loss of the sense of self or something. Which is, if it's true, it's kind of heartbreaking, because as much as I love Woosung and as much as I love the Rose, the idea that you feel like you have lost your identity or self, it's kind of a little bit of an upsetting thought. As I said, I'm really enjoying this.
Everybody says when they get hurt, forget forever.
Ooh. Okay. So this sounds a little bit like one of the songs from the Roses album Duel. Forgive me, my brain is completely empty right now. But there's a song on Duel, the Roses album, and that synth and that motif immediately gave me those similar kind of vibes. Oh, I really like this. Can I stop messing with the volume, please? Sorry, I wanted to go back here.
Forget forever.
I'm loving the lighting. Ooh,
forget forever.
I like that.
Forget forever.
Ooh. Oh, also interesting. Ooh. Ooh. We've got more themes, obviously, of struggling with something. Obviously, the two characters here, it looked like they were drowning. Now they're in a kind of box. So the element of feeling trapped and stuff is still kind of coming up. It's also kind of, now I'm wondering if more than a sense of self, it maybe feels like, I'm purely speculating here. Obviously, I don't know Woosung, but maybe there's an element of him feeling that he isn't entirely himself, or hasn't been able to be him, 100% himself. I will say this: the cinematography and of this music video, and even just like how these two, I'm going to call them characters, but how these two characters look in the shot, it really has an impact. Ooh, okay. Okay, so I want to talk about this. I know I'm pausing a lot. I'm really sorry. The visuals here of the two characters, as they move, it looks like water. Oops, sorry, that was my stomach. I'm so sorry. It looks like their emotions, they're so fluid, but the way that they interact, it's like the way that water moves about under the surface and stuff. I love it. I have to watch it again.
Maybe another life will be amazing.
Aw, and now he's in the box.
Go back to who we were. Back in the good old days.
I'm sorry.
Nobody's hurting.
The lyrics and the choreo.
Nobody else but you and I.
Oh, the pain that dancer is
Were to collide,
evoking.
would you choose darkness over light? Did you leave enough of you?
Ooh, that is a beautiful shot. I'm loving the groove of the drum here.
And this forever, forever's just a word that everybody says when they get hurt. Forget forever. Forget forever.
I feel like I need to pause because I need to. You know when people say, like a song is a sad boy, sad girl club song. This is a sad boy, sad girl club song. There's so much to this music video. It's such a simple music video, but yet there's so much to this music video. Again, the lyricism is poetry. But I have to keep giving these dancers their props, because as kind of Woosung was delivering the lyrics, some of the dance moves, the pain of the female dancer, it was so raw and it was so real. I'm going to assume the gentleman, he moves with such a haunting kind of facial expression, and all of his moves are so, both of them are, but his moves are so deliberate and big, and the movement where he was by himself over this foggy scene that we have, it was almost like the dance metaphor equivalent of like spreading yourself too thin, and again with the kind of the theme of the numbers for the number 44 and kind of what is being sung about, that idea of spreading yourself thin, I think is quite fitting, because obviously if you're putting yourself into your art and your and arguably the success of your art, you will find that you don't have time for everything else, or if you do, you'll find that very quickly you'll become overwhelmed, doing a million different things in a million different places. I love the way that this song sounds so far. I mean, we're 3 minutes and 15 in on 5 minutes and 10 seconds, but I love musically the way that we started, very minimalist. We had a drum, and it was almost like the synth heartbeat that I would keep referring to. It was almost like the synth was a replacement for a snare or something, because it sounded like there was a drum beat, and then so it was like drum, snare, drum, synth, drum, synth kind of pattern. And I really like the way that it built across the first verse and chorus, and then it continued to build in the second chorus, in the second verse, and now as we're doing the chorus, certainly the hook of the song. But what I like is when that drum came in, it didn't take away from it. The kind of the natural progression and build of the song didn't take away from it. But it still added something new, and it lent into these club kind of vibes. I'm going to call them club kind of vibes. That kind of really work with the synth sounds that they've chosen, that Woosung's chosen. And yeah, it definitely, again, as I said, it definitely evokes a feeling. The synth evokes a feeling that I got with one of the songs from The Rose on Jewel. And it almost feels, and it might not be, but it almost feels like if you're talking about hard work and stuff like that, it feels like that's a nod to The Rose in that way. Ooh, okay. I love that he's actually participating in the movement. I'm loving the flicker, the light. Okay, club beat. Okay. I know we're like getting a little bit of choreo from Woosung here. I want more. I want more. I don't know if Woosung wants to, but just the way that like he's even been. I think if I remember rightly, with Childhood there was an element as well, obviously, of in the music video of movement. So it's not kind of the first time we've seen like Woosung kind of doing like movement, movement-based choreography. But this makes me want to see more, like maybe even more dance choreography. I'm loving the slow motion here, and the way that it's almost like static with the water. Oh. This is a whole art piece right here. The use of the lens here and the quick cuts. Oh, this little smile there. I feel like so much happened in that space of time. Oh my lord. Okay, that's a beautiful shot. I have thoughts. I just want to make sure there's nothing after the credits. Okay, so my thought regarding the shot of Woosung here, this shot here, gave me yin and yang vibes. The idea of the rotating, the symbol of balance. Visually, again, throughout this, obviously the I called them two characters, but now I'm wondering if they're different sides of Woosung. If they're representative of two different sides of Woosung. Because you had, especially where you had the three of them in a line, you definitely had this idea of almost like the masculine, the feminine, and then obviously Woosung in the middle being like a perfect blending of the two. This song, and again, I might be completely way off base with my my thoughts, but it feels like a song about himself and maybe by extension, again, the Rose, but all of the work that they've put into being and getting to where they are now. I think that there is a kind of romance element in the way that the dancers move. I think you could glean from it, but I don't think this is a romantic song at all. I don't think it's a pining for someone that you've lost in that romantic way. I think it's definitely a pining for the loss of yourself, and also it's kind of, when you think about like maybe when Woosung got started, and all of the members, they were younger. So it's like, is there a theme of a loss of youth in this that's kind of being discussed? It feels there's a very spiritual, I think, element to this music video visually, and you could maybe argue lyrically too, because there's he talks about a second life, and the way he talks about it, that it was like a reset. So and like I think the line is back to where we were or how we were or something like that. And so there's definitely a very real sense of spiritual reincarnation there. And maybe there's also that idea of doing things differently. Maybe regret of working so hard. Because yes, he has come so far, and in the wider context, the Rose has come so far. But maybe he's regretting the things he's had to miss out on in order to get there. I think I loved Day That I Died, which I thought was an excellent kind of entree offering, if that makes sense. It was kind of the first thing we saw for the album. 44, Forget Forever. I think it upped the stakes. It was so impressive. And when I was about halfway through and I mentioned the time about like being 5 minutes and 10 seconds long, the video, I'll be honest, I got there and I was like, when I was thinking that, and I was thinking to myself, oh, what's going to, is it going to just be stretched out and kind of unnecessary? And I don't think it was. I think the length was perfect, actually. the club sounds that I commented on. I think while it's easy to kind of surface level say that, when you think about it's almost like the title has two parts. 44, Forget Forever. And I think they're very opposite, very contrasting. And I feel like the beginning of the song, up until that kind of instrumental club sounding breakdown, it was very much the 44 side, hard work, maybe again the sense of regret, and things like that. And then at the end, it felt like there was a freedom and a revolution and a release to that, which ultimately cultivates and culminates into this beautiful image at the end here, that I'm still looking at, of the. Oh, and I'm gonna maintain that it's the yin and yang kind of visual image, because again, the image of yin and yang is also about masculinity and femininity coming together in perfect harmony, and the visual of that with Woosung in the center of it makes it so beautiful to me, and I think it's definitely. I think by the end of it, it's a catharsis for Woosung potentially, and almost like maybe you could almost argue it's a musical sigh. So it's that kind of thing when everything's calmed down and you have a moment to reflect. It's that kind of. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. As I said, I was holding off on listening to the full album in my own time because I am going to be doing it in my own time, rather than a reaction. I was holding off until I heard this, because I didn't want to spoil my reaction, because I knew I wanted to react to this. But this has got me so excited for the rest of the album. It's the sound of this song is so phenomenal, and I know that you can call music videos art, because they are, but this feels like art. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like a music video. It feels like a piece of art on a wall, but in motion and visual, and totally visual, and audible. Sorry. I really, really enjoyed this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this with me. As I always say, this is not a substitute for the original content. I really, really recommend you to go and support the song, stream the song, support the music video. Make sure to go and do that, because I think Woosung deserves it. This is phenomenal artistry and music, and I think he deserves so much praise and so much acclaim for this. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, leave any of your comments, your thoughts, in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone. Bye.